You want to come back to California, right?
No, I don't want to go to San Francisco.
Oh, no, we didn't say that.
Well,
We're not in
just to
San
California.
Yeah, where we live is
How
nothing
about
like that.
Camp Joy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Camp Joy. Oh, in Cambria.
Camp Joy.
Can't have.
And we still have to use the black ink, okay? That's always the base, the basic. And so
It's after lunch.
I'm going to wash, and then I'm going to create a mist, okay? But this painting is not as
Complicated.
as this much more simple, okay? And then after they dry, then we put the orange wash over it.
So if you want to sit
Orange colors go through this here, but it did here. Okay, we have to avoid this. So, excuse me. So the best thing to do is still doing a light ink base, and then water, yellow colors later. And if you use this orange here, then you don't have to worry about it.
It won't bleed out.
No. So this is what sometimes we use the vermilion, and sometimes we use the powdered vermilion, depending on where you need. You can use both at the same time. Like some area you want them to stay, you use this. Some area you want them to go, bleed a little more, then you use. You can, depending where you exactly you want. You want another chair? You want another chair?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're good.
I'm good.
Okay.
I need to stand.
Okay, Miss Stan. Okay.
Huh?
Now,
Miss Stan.
Oh,
she miss it.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's usually not so slow on the uptake.
too much lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really like that restaurant.
Yes,
don't you?
yes,
Yes.
And the waitresses are friendly and good.
You think?
Yeah.
Here today, she was.
She has tomorrow, today's her day off. She told Bob her whole schedule.
I'm off at certain.
You come back and see me tomorrow.
Oh, they don't like me, I tell you.
Why? You're not a good tipper?
No. Sometimes because they treat it very unfair. When I place some orders to go, I went there.
Some little more
A
shadows.
little more shadow.
It's not first time, all the time.
Oh.
I don't know why they do that. Am I so bad? It's not my fault actually, but I don't know why they do that. Even I made a phone call instead of waiting. They do that too.
They know your voice.
Yes,
Well, his
they
name.
know.
He leaves his name.
He said it was May May.
Oh, you know
I'm here
what?
to pick up the
Oh,
order
This
for
is an
Meme and
order for
JJ.
Meme and
oh,
JJ.
that painters.
Oh,
You know I'm a painter.
Oh.
That painters. Because they saw me on television.
Oh.
Otherwise, nobody know I'm a painter.
Gosh, nobody knows you're here.
Unknown to they know who I am. Oh, that painters. Oh, that painters.
price of notoriety.
The downside of fame.
Yes.
We're still doing shadowing, but haven't do the mist yet. Chinatown. Chinatown is a news agency.
Oh, yeah. All the gossips go.
Oh my God! The people sitting on that bench or chair, all the time.
Talk.
I did that too just now.
You went in the restaurant and sat down and talked to somebody.
Yeah, because I have to file a complaint.
Oh. Is he somebody big in the town council?
No, he is the building.
Inspector?
The building owned by Freemason,
Oh, okay.
Freemason?
and then he
The Chinese Freemason.
yeah, and he is in the property section.
Okay.
So he is one of the person in charge of renting out spaces. And the one across the street, the store owners renting out to, they use it as a pop up shop. You know what I mean?
Oh, pop-up shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the people who can rent it a day or 2 days and then sell their products.
Oh.
And then in Vancouver, lately they become sort of a fashion or a way of doing business for age about young adults. So they created a product. Whether this product is famous or no, they don't care. They just introduce a product, but what they want is party.
Oh, yeah.
So they created a
front. A storefront, yeah.
yeah. And then they say this is a reception. So
Oh.
nobody pay, and then people come that's not paying attention to what they're selling. They're just drinking. And so they turn out to be selling drinks without license,
Without license.
selling food without license,
Yeah.
and then do it as a nightclub. So they have DJ, and then they open the door. The music is all over the place. It's very loud, and then they run into almost 3 o'clock in the morning to contact. I still have to contact the city. I hate to do those things. They see the young adult. They in the weekend they throw an event so people who come and have a drink, and then they have DJ playing music so they can dance. But this is not. It's a retail store.
Yeah.
It's not a nightclub. This is what happened in Chinatown right now. It's really annoying.
Do the people who own the buildings, are they local or are they out of town or out of area?
No, they're owned by
By
the
the
Chinese
Freemason.
Freemason. Yeah.
Okay. So they own a lot of the property here?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I know them.
Of course, you live here.
It's politics. Which is, I don't really want to get involved. Not that I'm afraid of them. It's just not worth it.
It's time consuming and it's frustrating.
So you're still a volunteer in Chinatown?
Oh no!
Yes, you
I-
are. You're doing these things for people.
But I'm doing also for myself because it's really noisy in the night. I can hear it. And then I have a friend that in charge of, from the province, in charge of the liquor license. I'm gonna pass him this message. I said I don't even need to apply any license. I could sell drink to 4 weekends every month without even need to get license, and I make money. What do you think about that?
You have a reception in your gallery.
Yes.
Yeah, across the street. Now, you can apply for 1 day,
When
but
you're licensed.
you're not allowed to sell them. You serve.
You serve it, yeah.
Now I keep spring water.
You do.
Okay. Now, I might have to, if I want a better result, I might have to take them apart. Okay, and then I could control the wash much better, so I might do that.
Okay.
Okay,
Take the
Take
paper
it
off
off
the
the
board.
take all the
Board.
paper.
Yeah.
Because
Because-
underneath,
This
It's
is
getting wet.
yeah.
And so it's gonna bounce down and back up, Bob.
Ah,
So if
okay.
I could separate them, if they're too wet, I can always dry them,
Right.
so I can continue. But this one is still,
Tape down.
yeah. Yeah, I might.
Tape, if you used artist tape, artist tape comes up off the paper without tearing.
I'm going to wash whatever area here, and then I'm going to let them dry before I could take this one.
I understood you to say that you wet them when you take them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wet the
Yesterday.
masking tape.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I could wet them, but then, see,
Yeah.
you see that?
Paper comes up.
Yeah.
See that?
You have a decollage.
Well, how about the blue contractor's tape? Would that work?
Frog tape, are you talking
Frog
about?
tape?
That is for taking
Pictures.
pictures, so it stay nice and flat. Otherwise, and it got shadow when you're taking photos.
Let's see how thin that one is.
We're
Now-
watching that he always washes his brush, dries his brush, loads his brush.
Yeah. Well, let's just
Really
see how
important.
thin that is.
Now, when your mountains are not dark enough, okay, if you wanted to add a little more tones or darken it, now what you can do is you wet the whole paper. Either you take this type of brush or a wash brush, then you go over it,
Just a little bit.
over it, okay? Over it,
And that's after wetting the paper again.
over it, okay? Now, try not to trim the mountain, okay? Just go around.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you trim it, the mountains were not as good as you just first paint because of softness. Now, normally I will have one other brush ready, okay? In case that I make do something wrong or overdo it, then I can clean it right away.
Yeah.
Or
Blot it.
and then once you absorb it, you spray it again, so it keeps the same.
Temperature, the same wetness all the way through.
Yes. And do not hold your flat brush like this. Go like this. Okay, and then. And if you don't have this type of brush, then you use this. if it's now this is what I don't like about Korean papers is have this little problem that always
The pilling.
always has this kind of problem. And then it go to your brush as
Brush.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the best thing to get rid is use this or use the toothbrush. If you ever find a material, white colors, that do not absorb in water, that will be the best.
Yeah.
I have it, but it's in gray colors, and gray color is no good for me. I smell something.
Good or bad?
My ankle.
Sally's
It's
plaster.
my ankle.
No,
To eat or
no.
No.
It smell.
It smells
medicinal.
medicinal. That's my ankle, I'm sorry.